If you look at this drone, this is pavo20, my first and favorite drone. Except there is almost nothing left from the pavo, which I had 2 years ago. I have the video in which I tell how much I like this drone, but I didn't tell you the dark side. In this video I will tell you everything you can expect from this and other beta FPV drones to break. I will tell you what to do so your drone lives longer, based on my mistakes. At the end we will replace the flight controller together, so you can use this as a tutorial. So starting with number 1, the story. I've had this drone for 2 years, and comparing to my friend's Air65, it never broke. The beta FPV Air65 is a small and light tiny whoop, but almost every time my friend takes it for a flight, it breaks. Usually one of the motor cables falls off. I'm not going to investigate why this is happening, but I'm 80% sure this is not the drone's fault. When on another side was me and my pavo, which broke twice a year, but when it broke, I spent about $20 and 5 minutes of my time. I didn't even notice it, but recently I thought how much is left from my original drone. So number 2. The props. Well, this is obvious, but propellers are not that deep. One set costs about $2 and props are very fast to change. The motor. This is kinda funny because we broke the motor in the first week. Yeah, I'm always get some experience with new drones. But the reason I say it we is because that wasn't even my fault. I let my friend fly the drone and he successfully landed it in the grass and didn't turn off the motors for an hour. You see, when the motor is turned on, it gets power to spin. And when some objects like grass don't let it spin, it makes heat, a lot of heat, which broke the motor. I actually had a lot of luck, because in this situation there's a lot more which could break, because the motor smells and creates a shortcut, which could break my flight control in the first week. And after about a year, another motor broke, which I didn't care about, because I already had a full pack and just changed it in few minutes. This one had no reason to break, I think he just had enough flying. Number 4. The frame. Well, as a beginner you crash a lot of times, and so did I, so I broke the prop duct. It's not that bad, thought I, and kept breaking it. This duct lasted for a year, because the LED strip was holding it together. And it could live longer, but I decided to buy a new one because it didn't look good. It costed me about $10. Also, the carbon plate is slightly deformated, but I don't think it's bad, so I didn't do anything about it. Another weakness of the frame is these screws. After some hard crashes, they can't handle the pressure and come together, which isn't bad if you put them in the right place again. Otherwise, the frame won't be fixed, and imagine how that will change your flight experience. Number 5. The camera. Luckily I didn't break it, because that would be expensive. We have DJI 3 here, by the way, and even the slightest damage will be visible on your video. But the solution is simple. Put something on your camera, usually it's a ND filter, because it protects the camera and removes the unnecessary light, so your videos and even the flight feel more natural. Just a short reminder to subscribe, because we are coming to the last and most important part. The flight controller. This is the second expensive part of the drone after the 4K camera. It is the brain of the drone and it breaks too. Mine survived for a long time. Especially how much it survived. A lot of crashes. This is basic. 2 burned motors. Means the motors had shortcut, and that is a huge stress for the flight controller. Snow. Kinda yeah, it's not waterproof, and when it fell into the snow it wouldn't fly, but when I dried it out it started to work. And then fell into the snow again for no reason, and I dried it out again and it worked. The rain, but it doesn't count because the rain wasn't heavy and the controller didn't care, and this is nothing comparing to the snow. Even more stress, for its few last weeks the power cable was falling off because I couldn't fix it properly, and that was turning the FC on and off again a lot of times, which I think finished him. So comparing to some other YouTubers who said that in their hands this exact flight controller didn't last for 3 days, I think mine can rest in peace. Let's install the new one. So unfortunately I couldn't record much footage for you because I got crash out because I was sitting 8 hours on that. But it's actually very simple, and I'm gonna tell you how it works. I will tell you step by step how to do it in 30 minutes. So first thing you wanna do is open the box. You see the controller, the screws, cables, connectors, capacitor and the USB adapter. You will also need the soldering iron, screwdriver and the LED strip, if you want to install the LED strip. Solder all the motor connectors. Well yeah, it's that simple. So make sure you don't create any shortcuts, I hope you understand that. Next comes the power cable. Simple as potato. Black is negative, red is positive. Capacitor comes also here. with a mark on the negative side. Then the optional LED strip. Search for G&D channel for black cable, T6 for yellow, and 5 volts for red. Might be complicated to solder, but we already through this. Next, install the controller on your frame, connect the motors, if you didn't solder them directly, and take the USB adapter. Open Betaflight, set everything up on your own, or download the backup from the pavo20 website. I had my own backup from my old Tron, so he still lives with us. I was really slow and it took me a lot of time to figure all of that out and make it, but it's that simple. And while you were setting up Betaflight, your ELRS might already be in the Wi-Fi mode. Just connect it from the mobile phone or laptop and write the bind phrase. And we are ready to fly. I have already tested it, it flies. We just adjusted the rays a little because pavo20 made them too aggressive. And the drone is ready to take part in the coming big project. Subscribe to not miss anything and see you in the next video.